We've lost thousands trying to invest until we found a halal way to grow our money. If you think it's too late to retire early, think again. My husband works full time, I'm a full time homemaker to four young kids, and together we're on a mission to retire by 50, inshallah. After 15 years of trial and error, and when there wasn't a lot of halal investment options in the past, we finally started investing in a way that aligns with our faith and our financial goals. In today's video, I'm sharing exactly how we began our halal stock market investing and ETF investing journey just 1 year ago. So you can start your own with confidence. And for my halal investment portfolio, mine is the individual stock picking method. So the pros include potential for higher returns. So because I put different stakes in different companies or businesses that I believe or have conviction in. So this is linked to my next point, which is I have greater control into which companies I believe in. For example, Broadcom is a good company that has great upside potential. So I'm going to put more money in there. And then maybe P&G is a company that I have conviction in, but I want to put a little bit less in that because its potential for growth is not exponential. And thirdly, I can tailor my portfolio and choose the sectors that I'm interested in. For example, I do not believe in investing in healthcare companies, so I don't invest in the healthcare sector. Okay, as for the cons, the returns are often volatile. I'll give an example. Right now, as of now, July 2025, the stock market is at a is very high. So I have great returns for some companies and some are in the red. So I have to be able to take that volatility and know what is the main reason or what is I have to stick to my investment principles, which is investing in the long term and expect the markets to fluctuate because that's what it would do. Okay, and secondly, I need more time and resources to research good quality companies, and that is the truth because I do spend time after the kids go to sleep at night to research on these stocks. So I look at the company, I look at the business model, look at the fundamentals, the ratios, all that before I decide if it's what I want to invest in or not. And then before I really go into the brokerage account to buy my stocks, I would actually run it through the halal screeners. So it does take a lot of time. Okay, lastly, less diversification. So less compared to ETFs, for example, because ETFs are hundreds of stocks in one ETF. So the less diversification means a higher risk as well. And emotional bias. So, for example, like I mentioned, some of my stocks in the red, I should not be thinking, oh no, I better sell it. I have to be patient and wait for it to go up, wait for it to ride the wave, ride the cycle that it is in, because certain stocks are cyclical. Okay, now let's move on to my husband's preference of investment, which is actually what he does is he will choose the non-Sharia ETFs and then he will run it through the fund purifier. And this one means that there's of course a little bit lower risk, lower returns. He's expecting 8 to 10%. And in general, the market goes up around 10% every year on average. So he doesn't require more time and resources. What more, he is working full time. So it's something that he doesn't want to spend his free time on. And one very important thing is not to invest in something that someone says is good. Okay, so he should not invest in companies that I've researched on and tell him that is a good company. So you have to be convinced and convicted of what are the upside potential of this company. Why are you investing in it? So he prefers to just invest in ETFs. Okay, the cons are a limited upside compared to individual stock picking method, and also lesser control. However, in this fund purifier that he has chosen to invest his ETFs in, he does have the option to remove companies that he doesn't want. That he had, for example, he's chosen this group of 100 companies in the particular ETF, but he doesn't like one or two of the companies. He can remove those two companies from the list before he put his money in. And the last con is the management and other fees, which is for the fund purifier that he's using. He's paying around 250 USD for per year. And ETFs other ETFs in general have, and Islamic ETFs in general actually have a higher expense ratio, which means their fees is higher than a typical non-Sharia compliant or non-halal ETF. Okay, I'm gonna just summarize. Okay, so my method is the first one, which is the individual stock picking method. The potential upside is high. ETF potential upside really is more of market average, like I mentioned, around 10% per year. And the risk level is high for individual stock picking, lower because of the broader diversification when you're buying an ETF. So diversification is low unless you're holding like hundreds of stocks, which for really, really big portfolios, they do that. Mine was about 30 and I've cut it down to 23 now. So it's really not very diversified. So whereas an ETF is highly diversified, the time required, research required is high for individual stocks. Buying an ETF definitely low. You do need to do some research to compare like expense ratio or what is the historical performance and things like that, but that's about it. The cost and trading fees may add up, so that depends. If you're buying like a lot at a time, the commissions is not much, and ETFs usually have low management fees, but they do have management fees. Okay, the control is high for individual stocks, low for buying ETF. Tax management, this is like maybe as and when you need to pay your tax, you can sell or buy certain stocks so that you have less cash to do so. And buying an ETF, it's moderate. It depends on the ETF type. So if you've liked and enjoyed what I've shared, and it does take a lot of time and effort to put these videos together, please like and subscribe to our channel so you can follow us on our journey.